Or there we go. Maybe that's it. I hope that's it. I don't know how that even got muted, but I believe that should fix it. Let me know in the chat if everything's fixed. I'm still getting used to learning how to stream. It's hard. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of different things going on, but I think it should be fixed now. The weigh-ins come on any second now. Thank you, my friend. I'm glad that it's working. I've been trying to do more streams, so I figure it's perfect. Stream during the weigh-ins. I'm going to plug this up. How excited are you guys for 264 tomorrow? There's so many fun fights. I can't wait. This is going to be fun. Jesus. You know these weigh-ins are probably going to be late, too. Because it doesn't actually matter. It's just the ceremonial weigh-ins. Yeah, man. I'm almost to 1,000. I am at, I think, what is it, 922 now? Last time I checked. I think that's what you're saying. But yeah, dude, I'm so close to 1,000. It's going to be awesome to hit 1,000. Whenever I hit 1,000, I don't know when it'll be. Maybe next week or something like that. I'm going to do a live stream that very day because I have to. That moment's iconic. To get 1,000 subscribers, that's hard, and I've achieved it. I will have achieved it. What's going on in the UK, my friend? Tomorrow's card can't possibly be bad. I agree with you. There's so many great fun fights on the card. What's happening? 100,000. Sup? Speaking of the UK, am I the only one excited for Darren Till's return? No, I'm excited for Darren Till's return too. And it's a nice matchup in Derek Brunson. It makes a lot of sense. Derek Brunson's able to shut down a lot of guys. If Darren Till's able to beat him, that's a big win. You know, I know a lot of people are going to shit on Derek Brunson, but he's a quality fighter. Even though he lacks some skills in the stand-up and everything like that, he has some good, decent wrestling. He has power in his hands, and he's been able to shut guys down. You know, he's been killing prospects. Edmund Shabazian was supposed to walk through Derek Brunson, but he didn't. Ned Skipper, what's going on, my friend? Dante Zero, what's going on? Yep, 922 subscribers. Maybe somehow we can get 78 subscribers on the live stream right now. If Till wins, he's probably going to get a title shot because Izzy wants to fight him badly. Without a doubt, if Darren Till beats Derek Brunson impressively, he will get the next title shot. But Derek Brunson may beat him. I think Derek Brunson has a good chance to beat him. Derek Brunson is just sneaky good, and I know his stand-up is so sloppy, but somehow he's able to make up for it. And I know, he's lost a lot of fights. He got KO'd by Israel Adesanya. There's just something about Derek Brunson and his skill set. He's able to beat certain guys. I mean, look what he did to Shabazian. If he wins, probably going to get but he's definitely going to get a title shot just because the UFC likes him. Darren Till wants to fight him. I mean, not Darren Till. Israel Adesanya wants to fight him. It's a stylistically fan-friendly fight. Yep, it'll happen for sure. I think he missed out. He would have fought him already if he would have fought last December and beat Marvin Vettori. Yeah, get me to 1,000 tonight. If you guys have some friends that like MMA, send them my channel. Tell them to go subscribe. Tell them we're trying to get to 1,000. If we can hit 1,000 tonight somehow while I'm on the stream, you guys may see me cry. That's how happy I would be. I hope Nico Price and Michelle Pereira get a promotion to the main card because Aldana missed weight. Not realistic, but I have dreams. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I think that also they want Nico Price versus Michelle Pereira on the prelims to hopefully draw in some people to buy the main card because that's a big fight. That's a fun fight. That's a fan-friendly fight. That should be super exciting and crazy. MCCC, what's going on, my friend? I kind of want to see Brunson versus Chimaev. Would be insane. I don't know. I think it's a good matchup for Till. He has really good takedown defense, and his striking is level ahead of Brunson. Yeah, striking's definitely better, but I don't feel like Darren Till really has that finishing ability. Maybe I'm crazy. I just don't feel like he has crazy power in either one of his hands. But I lean Darren Till, but it's hard to count out Derek Brunson. A lot of people do, but for me, it's hard. Brunson versus Chimaev would be very interesting, because I'm not sure if Chimaev would be able to get Brunson down. Brunson has great wrestling. I mean, he was even able to take down Yoel Romero and beat Yoel Romero up until I think he got finished in the third round. I might be wrong. Brunson versus Magny would be the worst thing in the history of humankind. They're not even in the same weight class, so that would never happen, my friend. That would never happen. But I don't think anybody wants to see that. Who would want to see Brunson versus Magny, especially considering that'd be the dumbest super fight ever? Why is the UFC always late with this type of shit? But I knew that, so I figured we'd get on and talk. Michael Johnson beats Brunson. What up with these all out of weight classes matchups? What fight other than the main and co-main are you most excited for tomorrow? Because I don't even know. There's so many little hidden gems up and down the card. I really like Nico Price versus Michelle Pereira. But I also think Tai Tuivasa versus Greg Hardy should be a lot of fun. I wonder if Conor McGregor is going to throw another strike during the standoff. Stare down. Not standoff. I don't understand why they didn't do Hamzat versus Magny. Yusuf, did you see that online? Conor's annoying with that. That's so annoying. Did they say how late they're going to be? Oh, yeah, Condit versus Max Griffin should be fun, too. I think Till has power. It's just the guys at middleweight are so tough. Whitaker and KG, no one's even KO'd Gastelum, and Brunson's chin isn't the best, so we will see where his power's at. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but still, who was he even finishing at welterweight? I don't remember. I know he finished Cowboy Cerrone, but that's not saying much. Can we talk about the fact that guy said to Conor McGregor, you have one win since Barack Obama? That's insanity. He really went in on Conor, and Conor was not happy about that either. Greg Hardy's going to knock out Ty. Nico Price fight and Condit basically prelims and main card. Sean O'Malley's going to destroy that cat Chris. Can't wait for Price versus Pereira as well. Yeah, there's so many. There's so many hidden gems just up and down this card that I feel like most only the hardcores know. It's a fun card. I'm going to take this off until it actually starts. Yeah, I wanted to see. I know Till was always talking shit about Yoel Romero. I always wanted to see Till versus Yoel Romero. Till's got a lot of fun matchups, but it's weird how if he gets one win, they're going to feed him a title shot against Adesanya, and they are going to sell this shit out of that pay-per-view. I'm not going to be very happy with it because he's not going to deserve it, but I know they're going to give it to him. Jolie's wife got me cringing. That wasn't even funny. And, even though I'm rooting against Conor in this fight, I can be objective about what's funny and what's not funny. And that was not funny at all. He even tried to start a chant. The majority of people there were his fans, and they didn't even think it was funny either. CT says, Ty's going to beat Hardy the F up, and I'm going to enjoy every second of it. I wouldn't. For me, that fight's kind of a toss-up. I think Ty should win, but Greg Hardy does have decent power. But I'm probably picking Tai Tuivasa. Austin's going Hardy with the dub. We will see, my friend. I think he can pull it off. I think he's athletic. He has power. But we will see. He never shies away from a tough fight. You got to give it to Greg Hardy on that one. That guy is looking for tough fights. Yes, I did see that. Apparently, he quit his job. Apparently, he quit out his job after he took this fight, or right before he took the fight. I'm interested in the Sean O'Malley fight because Chael picked Sean to win. Yeah, I know. Chael has the co-main and main. Chael has the same picks as me, which I don't like one bit. I don't like that one bit at all. Let's see what we got here. Could only find a few of Chris Montana's fights on YouTube, and looks like he's going to get KO'd in round 1, but the man has nothing to lose. O'Malley has everything to lose. Yeah. He looks awful. His striking looks god-awful. Hardy is innocent. He didn't even do what they accused of doing. The case was dropped last February. People are just looking for a damn reason to hate Hardy. I think there's more to the story. I don't know. I'm not educated enough, so I don't even talk about it because I don't know. But I think there is more to the story. If Ty does the shoe thing in the octagon, the crowd would go, wow, that's disgusting. I don't like seeing that at all. Looking snazzy today. Thank you, my friend. I put on my best outfit. I figured this was an important stream. Guys, you guys have to get me to 1,000. I want to get to 1,000 on this stream. I'm too far away right now. But let's see if we can do it. Maybe I'll be on here for 2 hours. We'll see if we can get it to close to 1,000. I mean, Greg Hardy's always good at beatdowns, so yeah. Taylor's Curse, Wonderboy winning by submission. Yeah, he does. I mean, I've only seen like 2 of his fights on YouTube, and those 2 fights, his striking looked terrible. He was getting dropped both times. I think he won one of them and lost one of them, the ones that I watched. But his striking does not look good at all. It leaves a lot to be desired, and it just looks even worse when you compare it to Sean O'Malley's. But Sean O'Malley's brittle. He's frail. His legs are his weakness. Maybe Chris can come out there and chop those legs. I don't know. We will see. But I thought he looked awful. Guys, let me know in the chat when the weigh-in does start, because half the time, because I got 2 computers open, one so I can watch the weigh-in, one so I can watch the chat. Yeah, Chael's definitely cursed. I was scared when I found out he had Burns and he had Dustin. What kind of music do I listen to a mix of everything. Honestly, I'm not too particular about music. I don't got time to listen to music, but I'll listen to anything pretty much. No matter what it is. Don't care. Does anybody think Montinho... Can someone type it in the chat? How do you pronounce Montinho's last name? Because I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. I'm curious if anybody can type it in the chat with syllables almost, and let me know how you're properly supposed to pronunciate it. And guys, don't forget to like the stream. Even if you're watching this in the future, like it too as well. So if you're watching this replay later in the night or something. Motino, okay. Yeah, my guess is he'll probably lose and he'll get one more fight in the UFC. You know what this fight kind of reminds me of? Does anybody remember years ago when DC was supposed to fight Rashad Evans in the co-main event of a card, and Rashad Evans fell out, and they brought in Patrick Cummings, who was working at a coffee shop? Bro, imagine if Jake fights Conor, then Chael picks Conor to win. Yeah, that's... I wonder, does anybody think, if this fight goes to decision and Dustin wins a decision, does anyone think Conor will be begging for a 4th fight, and do you think the UFC will do it? Answer that question in the chat right now. If Conor loses by decision, and it's a close decision, does Conor try to get a 4th fight with Dustin? And does the UFC do it? Let me know in the chat right now, please. Yeah, Khabib will always own Conor. Because I don't think he's ever given him that fight back. Okay, Dante says yes. I think so too. There's a chance. If it's a close decision, I think they make a 4th fight. Why not? They're going to milk it. They're going to make a lot of money. I wonder if anybody else thinks so. What do you think of Aldana missing weight by 4 pounds? I actually missed that. I was at the movies earlier today, so I didn't see anything. And I haven't even checked my phone. I literally came right from there. I was doing stuff, went to the movies, came here, and started streaming as soon as I didn't even check the phone at all. But that's disgusting. How can you miss weight by 4 pounds? Conor needs to move on. Would rather see Conor versus Tony. I would love to see Conor versus Tony. Can you imagine? Now I get distracted by the chat and I'm thinking, But can you imagine the build up to Conor versus Tony Ferguson? I don't understand how people can hate on Hardy and Jones for things. They screw up but praise McGregor like he's some type of saint. Exactly. I agree with you 100%. It's because of his popularity they overlook it, and it's annoying. For me personally, I'm more critical of McGregor than anyone, and I give Jones too much of a pass, and I don't know why. I'm not even like a huge John Jones fan. I like watching him fight. He's one of my favorite fighters to watch fight, but it's not like I have some loyalty to him, but I give him too much of a pass. I think it's because I don't want to believe one of the best in our sport is such a cheater, So I'm kind of the opposite of that, but I admit it. UFC gives him whatever he wants to. Probably Dustin fights Oliveira, they would give him the fight. True or false, Dustin won the press conference. Definitely true. Without a doubt, I didn't even think it was without a shadow of a doubt even close. Bro, I'm not joking. If Chael picks the fighter I really like and want him to win, I get anxiety and can't sleep. Yeah, I don't trust Chael. Chael knows absolutely jack shit. Nah, it's Conor versus Diaz or Conor versus Tony. Okay, I like both of those. What movie did I watch? I went and saw Black Widow. I got an AMC A-list pass, which means you can go see up to 3 movies a week. It's $20 a month or $22 a month. So I try to go see whatever movie looks half interesting. I mean, the stuff Jones did wasn't as bad as McGregor. Yeah, I was talking about mainly, and I don't know if you can really compare the two, but I was talking about mainly the steroid use. Pink Suit Man won the press conference without a doubt. He was the MVP of the press conference. Did you see Ariel? So first off, I want to preface this with I agree with what Ariel was saying, but it's so funny he only said this after Conor got embarrassed by the guy. Ariel came out and said, yeah, this wasn't even real media with decent questions. He was literally salty that somebody embarrassed Conor. That's disgusting because Ariel goes there and asks stupid questions all the time. Pink. I went and saw Black Widow. I'm more hyped for... Oh, is it on? Why is the weigh-ins not on yet? What are you watching that you're seeing Lauren Sanko? I thought you were saying that it was on. I'm more hyped for Darren Till. What is taking so long? That's hilarious. I did not see that. I'm going to have to look for that. Was that a recent interview or what was that? Let's see. Weigh-in start in 15. That's annoying as hell. But luckily we get to chat it up. That's why I got on now anyway, because I wanted to have time beforehand. I just purchased UFC 264. I know Dana White said pre-buy it. So what's funny is I pre-buy every pay-per-view, and I have for literal years. I buy it either early in the day of the same day or the day before because I'm always paranoid there's going to be some issue with purchasing. What stream are you watching, Ginge? I'm on the UFC's official website or official YouTube channel. Let's see. Fantasy matchup, Mike Perry or Darren Till? Darren Till definitely wins. I think he just has the overall better striking. Okay, Sanko made an announcement. I missed that, but I have people that disrespect Ariel. I mean, joking once or twice, but not to bring up his wife. It's really disrespectful. I know Ariel's a bit of douche, but still. Yeah, I don't think you really, especially in that world, you should be bringing up personal life. Like, if you want to criticize a person, criticize them based on, criticize them based on, like, their professional habits. Like, if everyone would say to Ariel, all you're doing is, strumming up drama and stuff like that, you can criticize him like that. But to talk about his wife and stuff like that, it's just weird and uncalled for, no matter who it is. Earlier today, Bisbing and Ariel brought Till on BT, and they said they couldn't cuss, so he started cussing and then just left. Rumor has it Sam Stout wants to make a return. Who wants to see that? I don't. It says live at 11 minutes on the UFC's YouTube. Yep, I see it now. 7:30 now. They changed it to 7:30. It's annoying. Why are they constantly late? I just saw Dustin weigh in before I got here. Yeah, this is just a ceremonial weigh-in, so they're already officially weighed in. I think Dustin weighed in at 156, Connor at 156. Guys, do me a favor. If you haven't already, like the stream. I'd really appreciate it. It helps grow the channel. Guys, I am so close to 1,000 subscribers, I can almost taste it. This is crazy. I'm going to make a video soon, and it'll be about whatever. I don't know what it'll be about. It'll probably be like in a week or so. And I'm going to say, everyone who's been here, make sure you comment down below, because in the future, I'm going to be able to look back at this video and see who's in the comments to see who was an OG of the channel. Yeah, Connor said Ariel has a fat wife. That's rude as hell. Whatever happens, you think they hug it out? Definitely. But I don't know. Who knows? I think they do. I never pay for a pay-per-view. Always safe, bro. Rumor has it Barboza is fighting. Oh, boy. Barboza has a matchup with Giga Chikadze. Liked, bro. Congrats on breaking 900. Thank you, my friend. He said don't bring her to the after party. I don't feel much pity for Ariel. He's sneaky in a very smart and hideous way. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Yusuf's definitely an OG. Toro and Brown, what's your cousin's channel? I'm just curious. That's crazy though. I would love to. If I got 800,000 subscribers one day, that'd be insane. But I'm glad you're watching me instead of your cousin, my friend. But yeah, I don't have pity for him, but I don't think you necessarily should be bringing people's personal lives into it. That's embarrassing too. Like to have that guy, and he's been riding Conor, he's been nut hugging Conor for years. So I guess he gets what he deserves. Yeah, Barboza versus Giga is an amazing fight. I cannot wait for that fight. Should be a lot of fun. Should be majority stand up. I can't wait for it. Who do I think is going to win, Conor or Dustin? I think Dustin is going to win. I think I said third round TKO. I have a full prediction video on my channel. Alejandro, I don't know if you've ever been in a live chat or on the channel before, but make sure you go subscribe. You can be one of my early subscribers before I hit 1,000. So go subscribe right this second. Hey, Joey, I have an MMA fight in the UK September. Any tips? Whew, don't get hit. Don't get hit, my friend. Avoid the punches. That's the best I can do, and train hard, because that's why I love MMA. I think it's the most purest form of competition. It's one-on-one, people going in there trying to take each other's heads off. And I said this in a recent video. I'm so tired of people using the excuse of Conor's not motivated, this or that. When you're locked in a cage with another man and he's coming to take your consciousness, if you're not motivated to fight back, then you shouldn't be in the sport. So I'm so tired of people saying, Conor wasn't motivated for this or that. But, another man's trying to take your consciousness. You should be ready for that. Would Colby Trash Talk work on Wonderboy? No, Wonderboy would not care. And he has the worst trash talk I've ever seen. Issa's adamant that Conor's going to win. Got to check them leg kicks. Yeah, don't get calf kicked. I just subscribed. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. McGregor fans will. Yeah, if he loses, there's going to be nothing but excuses. Absolutely nothing but excuses for him. I think this is the most streams I've done in a week. I've done 3 streams this week. It's fun leading up to a big fight to do a lot of streams. I appreciate you guys joining me and talking MMA with me. Pretty soon I'm going to have so many subscribers that I'm going to have to be on here for 3 hours just so I can read every single comment in here. He said I'll try. Good luck, my friend. Good luck, my friend. I hope you do well. Reminds me of Khabib. Who reminds you of Khabib? That's what I like to know. I have a Khabib autograph. It's a picture right when after he stopped Conor and he's pointing at Dilla Danis in the crowd and Conor's sitting in the background. I have that picture autographed by Khabib hanging in my downstairs. I love that fight, and I love Khabib too. I want to fight Conor. I would win as long as Chael predicts Conor would win. Yes. After Conor loses, they're going to say, well, he made, $1 million. So he's still the best. He made the sport. Without Conor, there would be no MMA. All hail Conor. Yeah, it's so annoying. I remember I watch a little bit, not very much, but not anymore at all, really. I used to watch Big John McCarthy and Josh Thompson's podcast. And what am I missing here? Read the comment above that, man. It was 2 in a row. I'm missing something, my friend. But they went on the podcast and they said, Conor has a family now. Conor's rich. Shut up with the excuses. If you're not motivated when you go in there and someone's trying to take your head off, then you're screwed. You should be. That's all the motivation you should need. You're telling me if one of you guys was walking out of a store right now and you're walking through a parking lot by yourself and some guy comes up to you and he's trying to take your consciousness, you're going to be motivated as hell to fight back and beat that guy or run away possibly, but that's not an option in this. So I'm so tired of hearing the excuses. Oh, Conor's not motivated. He has a family and he has millions of dollars. You're in there in front of millions of people with some guy trying to knock you out. That's all the motivation you should need. I don't care if you're a billionaire. McGregor fans will tear into you if you make a fact about him. What do you mean a fact about him? I have a picture of holding Henry Cejudo's belt. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Do you have a nickname, Ned? Or like the Chosen One or something? Yeah. The Chosen One, like Tyron Woodley. Conor's going to focus on those leg kicks and get taken down and get submitted. Tap, tap. I just hope that Dustin is defensively responsible in the striking department early. He doesn't need to force anything. He needs to mix in the clinch work, even if he doesn't do a super successful job, just to wear on Conor and get Conor a little bit tired and sap them arms a little bit. Yeah, and that's one high society fancy shirt. Thank you, my friend. I figured I'd dress up tonight. Chael is way better trash talk than Conor if Chael was like in 2015. Yeah, I've never been a big fan of either one of them, to be honest, as far as their trash talk. True or false, Colby versus Conor at welterweight would be fire. False. Colby would wreck him. Colby would wreck Conor. ETA is 7:30, Garth Sands. Make sure you go subscribe to the channel. You can be one of the first 1,000 subscribers of very many to come. Joey's gonna be pissed when Conor wins. Yeah, I'm gonna be annoyed for sure. Because even if he fights for the belt, he's undeserved, and he's never going to defend the belt if he wins it by some chance. He's won one fight in the last 5 years. One fight, and not even at lightweight. And they're going to give him a title shot for beating Dustin. Yeah, Colby would annihilate him. That's a good word. Yeah, but that doesn't change the fact he's got volume and pressure. And Conor's not knocking out welterweights. Yusuf. All right, answer me this. The weigh-in should be starting soon. Who in the chat watches every single one of my videos? That's what I want to know. Do you guys watch every single one, or do you wait to see ones that you're interested in? Let me know in the chat. I'm curious if there's anybody that just watches every single one. Of course his motivation. I've been in a sanctioned fight, and motivation is everything. His motivation was to be successful in fighting and to be the best. It comes to skill and who wants it first. Ooh, my friend. Thank you with the little hand emoji. I know what you're saying. Thank you, my friend. I try my best, but majority. I'm always curious. YouTube has a new analytic of how many people have notifications on. Right now, I have almost 200 people with notifications on, which is pretty cool to me. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you turn on notifications too. I watch ones that get recommended, but I still sub. Awesome, man. Thank you. Either way, I appreciate you. Most, but streams are my favorite. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to be able to interact live. This was recommended like the second down, so well on that. What were you searching for when you found me? True or false? Blonde from but sports is hotter than I rephrase that question. I'm not sure what you mean. The blonde from but sports. So I'm not sure what you're saying there. They're playing some stuff. But Garth Sand, what were you searching for when you found my channel? The blonde from Butt Sports. What's Butt Sports? Do you mean BT Sport? That's crazy, Garth Sand. So I was right on your homepage. That's awesome. Well, you found me, man. You found me, my friend. Thanks for subscribing. I'm almost to 1,000. What's the name of the blonde from BT Sport? Okay, here we go. I've seen her before, but I can't remember. I say Megan O'Leary. Tony Ferguson above says Conor McGregor, but you dodged that bump for years, and I don't understand Conor McGregor sometimes. Yeah, Tony Ferguson has 4 more wins than Conor in the UFC, so I don't care what Conor has to say about Tony. If Conor was fighting the same level of competition that Tony was, Conor would have lost far more fights in the UFC too. Yeah, Tony would fight anybody. He would go fight Khabib today. Tony would fight Khabib and Islam in the same night and lose both of them. Tony Ferguson versus Conor, loser retires, but we let Tony load on EPO. Tony doesn't need EPO, man. He already has unlimited stamina. All right, here we go. Weigh-ins are starting, my friends. Ew. For some reason, my stream was in 360. What's going on, Kurak? First time I've seen you in the live stream. Make sure you go subscribe, please. Help me get to 1,000. To Tony's downfall, unfortunately. Yep, very true. Yeah, Conor went running for 2 years during the Tony Khabib era. Yeah, exactly. He's saying Khabib went running. Conor's never defended a belt ever. Whoa, what's going on here? Or Turver or Twitch. What are you saying? Subscribe on YouTube, my friend. Okay, here we go. Oh, man, I think Tony would beat Conor, to be honest. I know people are going to crucify me for that, but I think Conor would lose to Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson's got an iron chin, and Conor's not going to be able to last. Oh, yeah. I can't. Yeah, I don't even have Twitch yet, my friend. When's the prelim starting? Not till tomorrow. It's the weigh-ins tonight, and they're already doing the weigh-ins right now. Conor hasn't defended a belt, but at least he doesn't celebrate an interim title like he won a real one. I don't know what you're referring to, Yusuf, but I refer you to look at Conor versus Chad Mendes when he was crying in the cage with the interim belt. So, Tony got a limited stand that he would eat all Conor shots and beat him good and finish him in the later rounds. Yeah. I could see Tony losing rounds 1 through 3 and then coming back. That's why, in my humble opinion, Conor never really beat the best lightweight. While Khabib and Tony were around, if you wanted to be the best, you had to beat either one of those guys. Correct says, wait, when is the fight? It's not till tomorrow night, my friend. The weigh-ins are tonight. Completely forgot about having to sit through the prelims weigh-ins. Anybody got recent facts or stats drama about the prelim fighters? If you don't know who Michelle Pereira is versus Nico Price, that is going to be an extremely fun fight. Pereira is always doing crazy shit in the cage, doing backflips and shit. You've probably seen the highlights from him before. And Nico Price is just an absolute wild man. So that fight should be a lot of fun. Also, you have Carlos Condit, former interim champion, fighting Max Griffin, a young up-and-comer. Yeah, I remember Khabib was being dangled out there when they were doing negotiating with Eddie Alvarez or something. I remember that. When Dustin beat Holloway, he celebrated like he was champ. At least Conor has 2 legit belts at home. I don't think he celebrated like he was champ. He did the same thing that Conor did in the same night, man. Omari Akhmedov, I don't believe in him at all. I think you're reading into it too much, my friend. And winning an interim belt's still an accomplishment. You get that on your resume for the rest of your life. It might be a number 1 contender belt, but it's still nice. The women's flyweight division. Yeah, Conor cried when he won his belt. So did Dustin. The exact same thing. What's the problem? It's a huge accomplishment. Yeah, either way, I'm fine with it. The only person I'm not happy with is Aljamain Sterling. But that's a real belt. Do, 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 do. Who do I see going in the Hall of Fame in the next few years? Well, GSP. But if you're asking who's currently active, I could see Kamaru Usman eventually being in the Hall of Fame. Max Holloway is probably next week going to be in the Hall of Fame. A lot of opinion flying about and not facts. Surely there's enough facts to use about Conor. What do you mean, my friend? What do you want to hear? I'm curious. Nate Diaz, Nick Diaz. Probably. Can we talk about the UFC, the fact that they had these uniforms? They were cleaning up the sport of all the sponsors, and now they've plastered a sponsor right on the chest. I think Conor will definitely be in the Hall of Fame. This should be a fun fight, too. Let's see what we got going on here. I really can't wait for Wonderboy versus Gilbert Burns. That fight should be a lot of fun. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. All right, here's Ryan Hall. Ilya Topuria. I wonder if Ryan Hall is going to win. Doesn't the Poirier kind of look like a miniature version of Gegard Mousasi? Nate is the only one to beat USADA in the UFC. Dana got offered free juice to put the name on his chest. Yeah, apparently UFC is getting paid like $175 billion or something like that. The UFC is. And not a penny's going to the fighters. I just think it's weird because when they went with the Venom deal and the Reebok deal originally, they said, well, we want the sport to look more professional. We want everything to look clean, and now they plastered a sponsor right dead center of the chest. I think it looks cheesy. I think it looks cheap. Ryan Hall finally returning after 2 years. You see Ryan Hall's stance with his hand on his hips? That was hilarious. Nico Price versus Michelle Pereira. I hope Michelle Pereira does some crazy shit in the cage. I don't even care if he loses. He's so exciting when he does that. True or false, Khabib made Gaethje look bad. Yes, true. Khabib made Gaethje like he didn't look like he didn't even belong in the UFC. Oh, he did a backflip. He's going to wear himself out at the weigh-ins. Nate wanted a BMF belt. Nate wanted a BMF belt. It happened. Won it the first 5-round fight before the co-main. Yep, very true. Nate's been getting what he wants, huh? Carlos Condit. I'm going to be sad if Carlos Condit loses. I've always been a big Carlos Condit fan. And he's just slid there. Isn't it crazy? All the top welterweights from the last few years just fell off a cliff. Robbie Lawler, Johnny Hendricks is getting knocked out in bare knuckle boxing. Carlos Condit. Yeah, he has to win a fight. Mark my words. If Conor beats Dustin, he's getting a title shot against Oliveira. In the meantime, they're going to set Nate Diaz up with some type of winnable fight. And if Nate Diaz wins and Conor beats Oliveira, they're going to do Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor 3 for the title. Carlos Condit has never evolved. He's been the same fighter for the last 10 years. And it's sad to see. We will see, my friends. Here comes O'Malley versus... Hold on, I want to hear Chris. Mutino. Here comes Mutino. Imagine how crazy this guy's life is. Does this really seem rushed to anyone else? I always thought the weigh-ins were more ceremonial, or is it just because it's a prelim? No, it's always like this, pretty much. It's ceremonial, so they've already all weighed in. But also, it probably doesn't help the fact that they showed up a half hour late because Conor was late. Here comes Sugar Sean. Mutino looks like he's scared. If Mutino beats Sean O'Malley's career is over. What's crazy is, and this is going to sound a bit weird, But I don't like the ceremonial weigh-ins because they don't like take off their shirts and stuff. I know that sounds weird, but I want to see how they look a little bit more rehydrated after the actual weigh-ins. Look, Sean O'Malley trying to act like a badass against a guy who worked at a paint factory a week ago. God, I would love if Moutinho whoops his ass. If I'm Moutinho, I shell up and kick the legs as hard as I can. I would kick O'Malley's legs like my life depended on it. I just want to see what kind of shape they're in once they're rehydrated. All right, username. We will see. If Chris wins, I will make a video just shitting on Sean O'Malley. Just shitting all up and down Sean O'Malley. I'd be so embarrassed. I got to come up to the scale and they announce I missed weight by 4 pounds. Alrina Aldana's got the same hair as the girl from the Ring movie. God, that's embarrassing. Damn, she looks like she's going to headbutt her. Username. It will make my weekend too, especially with all the Sean O'Malley following. I got over 200 dislikes on my video talking about Sean O'Malley. The cult following is real, but I don't care. I'm going to say what I think regardless. They're booing the hell out of Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy's a weird dude. God, I do not want to see Tai Tuivasa drink out of a shoe. That's the most disgusting thing. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think the UFC sometimes on cards like this like to put a lot of good fighters on the prelims to hopefully pull in more buys. Because I don't think anybody really cares about Irene Aldana versus Yana Kutsukana. Whatever hell her name is. Kutsukana. Imagine if Greg Hardy beats Tai Tuivasa. That would be a massive win for Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy will fight anyone. I'll tell you that right now. He would take on Francis Ngannou next week if they asked him. I'm so excited for this Burns Wonderboy Thompson fight. It sounded like Joe Rogan said Dilbert. Did anybody else hear that? It sounded like he said Dilbert Burns. Yeah, Islam versus Thiago Moises will be great. I don't think a lot of people know Thiago Moises, but he's a legit fighter. Lower my chair a little bit. Here we go. Gilbert Burns versus Wonderboy. I'm pumped for this fight. For some reason, it keeps sounding like Joe saying Dilbert. All right, here we go. Main event. What everyone's waiting for. I'm excited for this fight. Why wouldn't Dustin take this fight? He stopped him last fight. I'll say one thing about Conor. He always gets everyone's excited for a card. The way he talks is just. I remember when Conor made his debut. It's crazy. Who would have thought 7 years later they'd be fighting 2 more times? That was a weird KO by Conor too. Just clipped him right on the back of the right on the side of the head / back of the head a little bit. Think about how many people have come and gone from the UFC since they fought the first time. Dustin has looked so good at lightweight since he's moved up. It's tomorrow night, guys. This is a great promo, by the way. He got slept. You know, Conor said in the interview it was only because that punch shifted his weight on his bad leg. He fell. What a joke. Imagine how much pressure's on Dustin. He knows if he loses, he's never getting this fight back. Dude, when Dustin swarmed him, damn. When Dustin says you can have all the money in the world, but you can't buy heart. Whew. That got me pumped. Here comes Conor. I swear, if Conor throws a strike in this stare down, I'm going to be so annoyed. I'm so tired of that bullshit. I'm not going to lie. If I was Dustin and Conor throws a strike, I'm pulling out the fight. I say, I don't want this no more. Dana told him to take his shirt off. Look, Dana told him to take his shirt off and go back up. That's hilarious. Yo, I really hope Dustin just destroys him tomorrow. He's just got to be defensively responsible. He can't get clipped early. That's it. This is a big fight, guys. And Dana's not even paying attention. Y'all were hugging last time. Stop. You know Connor's going to try to throw a kick now. Look at Connor talking mad shit. Connor, you got slept last fight, dude. Stop talking. It almost seems like Connor's trying to convince himself. Dustin's just nothing but classy, man. How can you not like that guy? How can you not like Dustin? Just such a classy guy. You know what I don't like, and I know this is almost being a little bit of a pansy. Connor's saying all this stuff about, I'm gonna take his life. Imagine if something weird was to happen and Dustin was to really die tomorrow. That would end Connor's career for sure. Everyone would be playing those sound clips, and that would be disturbing. Yep, but it seems like Connor's trying to hype himself up. Yeah, I don't understand how anybody cannot like Dustin. Dustin's just such a classy guy. How can you not like Dustin Poirier? You can like Connor, but you don't need to dislike Dustin. You know if Connor KOs him tomorrow, it's going to be nothing but hugs. I know we know what he meant, but I'm saying it's not going to be a good look. There's going to be a day where somebody does that happens to him. I hope Dustin does. All right, final picks. Everyone put their pick for the main event in the chat. You got Dustin or McGregor. Put it in the chat. The people booing Dustin are just casuals. Yeah, you're probably right. You can like Connor, but there's no way you can dislike Dustin. There's nothing but class. That guy's nothing but classy. It's going to be a big night tomorrow, guys. Colby might have something to say about that. McGregor 1-1. What does that mean? Does that mean McGregor's going to stop him early? McGregor and Dustin walk out on a stretcher. Yeah, who knows? O'Malley might get stretchered out again. Haha, I love both guys. I hate to pick. I want Dustin to win, and I think Dustin wins. In the first fight or the second fight, I picked Connor to win the fight. Yep. Yeah, Sean O'Malley, I didn't like how he was acting like a tough guy to a guy who's stepping in on a week's notice. Alejandro's picking Dustin. Connor's trying to hype himself up so much that I'm nervous. Yeah, it is very strange. It's notable. It's almost like he's trying to pump himself up for the fight. And I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. Because Connor has always thrived when he's talking mad shit. And it almost gives you the will, like, I have to win. Because if not, I'm going to eat these words. But we'll see. It might give him an advantage. I don't think Dustin cares at all. And even if he does, I don't think it's enough. Um, I don't think it's enough to really affect the fight. You guys are being delusional if you think that man is going to let Dustin guy ruin his career. You don't know that, my friend. Dustin, it's not about letting him. It's about Dustin forcing himself on him. Mutino. I'm going to sleep. It's 2 a.m. in Europe. Good night, my friend. Good night, my friend. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting fight. I think Conor has to get the stoppage in the first 2 rounds. If Conor does not get the stoppage in the first 2 rounds, I think Dustin can win rounds 3, 4, and 5, even if he has to win by decision. It's all about surviving them early rounds. He has to survive them early rounds. Otherwise, if he starts getting lit up in them early rounds, he could get put to sleep. It seems like Conor at lightweight, it's less about his power and it's more about the accumulation of damage. Even look what he did to Eddie. He slept him, but it was after, dropping him 6 times. Man, I'm so excited for this pay-per-view tomorrow. It's a big fight. I love these big July fight cards. It just makes me so excited. It's the summertime. It's a great fight card. I'm really happy that they stacked this fight card because a lot of the times when Conor McGregor fights, it's, a barren card or like one other good fight. This card has a lot of gems on it. I'm really excited for this card. It's going to be a fun time, guys. Conor McGregor could possibly see the end of Conor. I don't think so. I think he'll probably still fight again. But we will see. We will see, my friends. Predict pay-per-view buys. I think 2 million. I'm going to say 1.5. Fights 4 a.m. here in the UK. Got to try to keep my friends awake with me. Might need some stimulants or something. Yeah, man, that sucks. That's one thing that sucks about being fans in another country. Like, for me, the main card starts at 10. So the main event starts about 12. And that's almost too late for me. So I can't imagine 4 a.m. That's just too much. So you're going to have to do something. Take some Adderall or something. We will see. It should be a fun one, though. If Conor stops him, the Conor that wins that fight is going to be talking so much shit. I mean, you can tell he said it even. He thinks that second fight was a fluke and that he was too focused on Manny Pacquiao. Joey, the second did 1.6. You think the numbers are worse? I didn't know that. I don't know. You're probably right. Maybe it does better. I didn't know the second one did 1.6. Are you sure on that one? So I'll say whatever the first one did, the second one did, I'll say it does about the same. But we'll say, people like retribution. And Conor's coming to get retribution. And a lot of people are really going to be looking forward to this fight. And, a lot of casuals are going to buy it just because Conor's in there. Maybe it does close to 2 million. That's crazy. It may. If the first one did 1.6, people with the retribution storyline for Conor versus Dustin 3, it could do 2 million. I don't think it does 2 million, though. I think it does shy of 2 million. What do you guys think? Put in the chat. What do you think a Khabib versus Conor 2 fight would do? I think it would do like 2.5 million. That would be a massive fight. And Dana knows it, too. Dana knows that fight would be the biggest UFC fight ever in combat history, I think. Could you imagine the build-up to a Conor Khabib 2? It would be massive. I don't think Khabib's ever given him that fight. I don't think Khabib's ever fighting again. But even if he does, I don't think he's fighting Conor. Facts, yep. 2.5. Yeah, I think it would do huge numbers. Guys, if you haven't already, like the stream If you're not subscribed to my channel and just checking out the stream, make sure you go subscribe. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers. I need help. Help me get there. Let me see how many I'm at right now. I don't know. Okay. I am at 929, so I need 71 subscribers to make my way to 1,000, which is just absolutely insane to me. I appreciate all you guys. It's fun. I like doing these live chats. I might eventually, I'm not sure if it makes sense. I got to kind of do more research. I might eventually start streaming my post-fight reaction. I don't know if that makes sense, if it's better to do the regular video, but I'm not 100% sure. It might make sense to do like a live stream immediately following the fight. Thank you, Kurak. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I think this. If the first one did 2.5, I think the second one for Khabib beats that. So I'm gonna go Khabib Conor 2.7 million buys. Maybe even breaks the 3 million mark, depending on the build-up. It would be absolutely incredible. But it's never going to happen. Khabib's never going to give him that. And rightfully so. He destroyed him. Why give him a rematch if you don't like him? And you have all the money in the world. Khabib said, hey, go beat some guys and I'll give it to you. But probably never going to see you again. But I left a sub. Why are you never going to see me again, my friend? What's going on? You were here for the live stream. Why not in the future? But thank you, man. I appreciate the well wishes. But I try to do a live stream once a week. You should join me. You should join us. Okay, Dante says it breaks the 3 million mark. You could be right, man. That would be a massive fight. That would be such a big fight, and the build-up would be insane. Conor would act like an absolute maniac. It'd be a big fight for sure. So imagine if it did 3 million. That'd be the first ever. Khabib versus Conor, I think, is the biggest MMA pay-per-view of all time. At 2 million some. Because I came for the fight. So you don't watch any MMA content, my friend? What the hell? You got to become a hardcore. But Conor would beat Dustin and Oliveira first. Could you imagine if Conor beat Dustin, starches Dustin, then goes starches Oliveira and wins the title, and then Khabib comes back to be the challenger against Conor for the title? That would definitely do past 3 million buys just because of the story. That would be a huge story. Well, correct. Send my channel to your friends and tell them to go subscribe to the channel. So you can help me get that fast travel to 1,000. But yeah, would you guys want to see Khabib give him that rematch? Because I almost don't want him. As much as that fight would be crazy, I don't want him to give him that rematch. He doesn't deserve it. He could have went out and won a couple fights and earned a rematch, but he's a little crybaby and says, you know what? Conor is the last star the UFC has. I don't know about that, man. I don't know. There's a couple people. I think Francis Ngannou can become a star. He's not yet. Who else do we got? You got let's see. Adesanya's a star. I think Charles Oliveira can become a star for the UFC. Kamaru Usman's nowhere close at this point, but if he keeps winning, he will get that. He will, get that air of invincibility. Love the tie. Yeah, thank you, my friend. Wonder Boy better be allowed to bring his Wonder Boy baseball bat if he wants a good chance at winning rough match, though. I think Izzy is a star. He's not Conor level, but I think he does very well on pay-per-view, and I think if he continues to win, he will grow even bigger. I think. Let me raise this back up a little bit to where it was before. But I think Adesanya can become a star. The last C is pronounced like an S. How do you know, my friend? Curex? I don't know. But either way, it's not a big deal. Usman way bigger star than Charlie Olives. Yeah, I think so, but I think that Oliveira, if he continues to win, will become a massive star in Brazil. What is this guy doing? That was annoying. There we go. People who just come and spam in the chat are annoying as hell. Who do you guys think's the biggest star in the UFC besides Conor? Conor doesn't even fight half the time anyway, so I don't even count him. I think Adesanya is probably the biggest star right now, other than Conor. I think Sean O'Malley can become a star. I think Francis Ngannou can. I think Brandon Moreno definitely can as well. The Diaz brothers, Jorge Masvidal, are stars. I honestly think Conor's going to get the win, but I don't know. I have a real strong feeling that Dustin's going to do it again. Yep. I know what you mean. I almost have a sick feeling somehow Conor's going to pull it off. Yeah, I want to see O'Malley get humbled regardless, just because of his fan base. Nothing personal, but just his fan base alone makes me want to see O'Malley get humbled. I feel Masvidal lost some of his star power because of the KO. Yeah, I think also him sitting out for as long as he did, waiting. But his fan base is caught, like they think O'Malley's next champion. He's already championship caliber. If you go look, I had an O'Malley video pretty much go big. It's got like 23,000 views. Literally so many dislikes on it because I was calling O'Malley out. Every annoying fan base makes you want to see their fighter lose. Yeah, there's a lot of annoying fan bases for sure. I wouldn't mind a UFC event in France because it would be interesting for Francis. Yeah, but I think maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it changed recently, but I think MMA is illegal in France, or they just legalized it. I can't remember. I know it was illegal for a while, but I think they might have just legalized it. But I don't know how they would do an event there because of the time difference. Like if they wanted to do a big pay-per-view there, it would have to be at a weird time to cater to the United States because the UFC likes to cater to the United States based on pay-per-view buys. Tony Ferguson had a cult-like following as well. Let's go take a look, see. Dustin has, but you're right, Dustin too. And if Dustin gets a second win over Conor in impressive fashion, he'll definitely become one. Honestly, Mutino wins either way. He's in one McGregor card if he wins. Oh my, would that be something? If he loses, well, that was supposed to happen. He's still in the UFC. Very true. But also, I think even if he puts on a good performance and still loses, people are going to remember that name. Khabib definitely was a star as well. Izzy's casual fans think he lost to Yan simply because of the weight difference. Yeah, I don't think that's the truth. But Izzy did perform a lot better than I thought he would perform. I picked Jan Blachowicz to beat him, but Izzy performed very, very well in that fight. I don't think people give him enough credit, and I'm an Izzy hater a little bit. At least I've been called. I'm not actually. Dustin's always been a big name. It's just he's got much more fame and hype for knocking Conor out. Yep, a lot of casuals know him. To get the casuals on your side, you have to be very flamboyant and talk a lot. Yan did not win because of the weight difference. He won because he was better on the feet than Izzy expected. Yeah, and it was the power. I think the power advantage. I'm not saying that, it's not like he rocked Izzy, but Izzy was more tentative in the striking department because he knew the type of power that was coming back at him, which is nowhere near on the same level as some of the middleweights. So I think even though it wasn't shown, Yan's power played a massive factor in that fight, for sure. But I think Izzy, I think he could beat Yan. I think he could make adjustments and beat Yan. It's not going to be easy. I picked Yan to beat him again, but Izzy performed a lot better than I anticipated in that fight. But he was worried about that power coming back at him. But also, I think Yan's days are numbered. I think he probably beat Glover. But when you got guys like Alexander Rakic and Yuri Prohaska coming up the ranks, and Yan's already like 40 years old, his days are numbered. So that was Izzy's opportunity to cherry pick that. What I don't like about the MMA community, as soon as you disagree with something that you're casual, like yesterday when I said Greg can beat Derek Lewis, I was called a casual, just my opinion. Yeah, I think, were you here, Tora Brown, when I was talking about it yesterday? The MMA community is kind of exclusive. They almost, I'm not like this personally, and I don't want my subscribers to be like this, but it's almost like, it's almost, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's very negative sometimes when people have disagreements. And I don't like that at all. I like to try to listen to everyone's opinion. I also said I think Greg Hardy has a legitimate chance. I wouldn't pick him, but I think he could. At heavyweight, anybody could beat anyone. You got to count Yanis way older than Izzy. But by the way, Brown, I don't like that either. I don't like when people, I like to have a logical discussion, but the whole community is toxic. Yeah, a lot of the time it is. I hope my channel never becomes that. So, because I like to hear other people's opinions, even if I disagree with them. We can have a fun discussion, and you can think one thing and I can think the other. Guys, do me a favor, though. If you haven't already liked the stream, make sure to like the stream. Yeah, exactly. Everyone who likes the sport now was once a new fan. Exactly. It's very weird how the MMA community is not welcoming the new fans. Like if someone came in and asked, somebody came into our chat right now or like a UFC, like Reddit or something, and says, who's Wonderboy Thompson? People would just criticize him instead of telling them, oh, Wonderboy's been around for a while. He's fought for the title. He's had many kickboxing matchups. He's got a very unique striking style. Instead of trying to, teach them, pass on your knowledge of the sport, they just like to criticize. And I don't like that. Anybody who wants to talk about MMA or learn about MMA, I'm fine. I think the reason people get a bad rap, newer fans, is because people will watch one fight and then think they know it all, and they act like that around people who've been watching it for years. And then people get annoyed, like, dude, you don't know shit. Thoughts on Tampa Bay Lightning winning the Stanley Cup? Congrats. That's my only thoughts. MMA is so hard to keep up with by itself. I can't pay attention to other sports because all my attention is on MMA right now. 7 years. 7 years? Yeah, that's a massive age difference. But yeah, I became a fan about 10, 11 years ago. And I didn't know shit at first. But now I feel like I know a lot. But I'm still learning every day. People in the chat will tell me shit. People in the comments will tell me shit that I didn't know. We can all have fun and share the knowledge. Hell no, the UFC is never changing the gloves. They've been talking about that for God knows how long. By the way, guys, I will be doing a post-fight tomorrow night, but I'm not going to be streaming the fight card. Eventually, I'll get a setup where I can stream the big fights live. But I like to watch it on my big screen. When I live stream fight nights, I watch on my laptop. I can't do that for tomorrow's card. I just can't. But if you guys want to see me live tweeting the event, go follow me on Twitter. Here's my Twitter username. If you have Twitter, go follow me on Twitter. It's at MMA Joey C. How many hours left? You got roughly you got 28 hours until the main event, roughly. But yeah, if you guys want to see me live tweeting the event tomorrow, go follow me on Twitter. And I'll be doing a post fight right after the event, so you guys can get my reaction right afterwards. But eventually, as my channel grows, I'm gonna have a full like right now in front of me is a wall, but eventually I'm gonna have it set up where I can stream and I can watch on a big screen simultaneously. So even the big cards I can live stream. Because I would love to live stream even tomorrow. That would grow I would get to 1,000 tomorrow for sure if I was live streaming the event. But I just don't have the setup. I can't watch UFC 264 on a small ass laptop screen. I just can't do it. But if you guys want to, go follow me on Twitter. Eventually in the future, I'm going to think about doing post fights just live. As soon as the event goes, live stream, write my reaction right after, like within 5 minutes of the event ending. Get on here live instead of recording the video. Dante Zero, you're a true one. Thank you. I'm not sure, I guess a true MMA fan, but thank you. Javont, bro, you should join our clubhouse club. We are legit hardcore MMA fans, none of the BS. What exactly is that, my friend? You got to fill me in. But also, man, this is the first time I've seen you in the chat. How long have you been a subscriber? If you're not subscribed, you better go subscribe right now, my friend. As much as I don't like McGregor, I must admit he makes the sport of MMA entertaining and fun. Yep. Okay, Rutherford. I'm going to try to do that in the future. I don't know what makes more sense as far as growing the channel. Is it recording the video and then posting it, or going live immediately following the event? I have to do some research because it's kind of hard also, because if I live stream, I'm going to be getting a bunch of chats. Like if there's a crazy ending, Dustin knocks Connor out. You know what I mean? And it's going to be hard for me to get my thoughts out while the chat is just going insane. You know, so I got to figure out the perfect in between. Clubhouse is an iPhone app. Okay, I'll look it up. My friend. I'll look it up. But yeah, it's something I think would be interesting, but it'd be hard to get my thoughts about the event out and then also respond to the chat. So that's kind of the weird part. Post it, then go. Maybe I will do that, Tony Brown. We'll see. But here's the other problem. So the event ends at what? 12:30, 1 o'clock Eastern time, 1 a.m. here. And then by the time I do the video, it's 1:30 and upload it and everything, because it may be 15, 20 minutes long. Then by the time I go live, everyone's offline. Why am I still wearing this, by the way? The weigh-in's over. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to make certain decisions because I have nobody to go off of. I just kind of started this shit, and I'm doing my best to do what I think is right. And it seems like it's working. It seems like you guys are enjoying it. But I would have loved eventually, this week I've done 3 live streams. I would have loved eventually to do, 3, 4 live streams a week, because I love talking about this shit. It's so much fun. Maybe the fight weeks for like big pay-per-views, I'll do like try to at least do like 3 or 4 live streams. But yeah, dude, I'm excited. I'm gonna get to 1K soon enough. Oh, I know for sure. If I live stream tomorrow, I would 100% get to 1K. Right now, I'm at 933. That's crazy to me. That's what it says right now. Let me see what it says on my creator app. On my creator app, it actually says I have 937, so I don't know which one to believe. You could do tier list at some point together with the chat. What exactly do you mean? Like best strikers? What do you mean? Maybe break it down after posting it. Break it down after posting. What do you mean exactly? I see what you mean. Maybe I will get into that. There's so many different ideas to do, but it's so hard because there's so much shit going on constantly. There's fight announcements. There's, Sean O'Malley and his little phone call. There's Conor McGregor and his press conference. There's, Hamza Chimaev versus Li Jingliang announced. Uh, yes. Yes, Brown. I've literally said those exact words. People dancing on Tony Ferguson's grave. He fought 3 top guys: Justin Gaethje, Charles Oliveira, both former champions, and then you have Beneil Dariush, who's very, very good. So, but yeah, there's so much to do, but eventually I probably will do tier list. I can't believe. I just can't believe how far I've come already. It's been insane. You know what I might do? I don't know if I'll have time, so don't hold me to this. Maybe tomorrow, like early in the day, maybe like 5 to 6 or 6 to 7, maybe I'll do another live stream and we'll talk about UFC 264. But I'll get off before the prelims or something. I don't know if that's something you guys would be interested in or not. It's crazy. 5 years ago, Tony was Khabib's rival. Now he's some washed up guy for some fans. It's sad. Yeah, it really is. I don't think he's washed up. I just think he's fought elite competition. Yeah, Cowboy Cerrone needs to retire. He's been destroyed by so many guys. It's unreal. He's also fought decent talent, but he's gotten some beatings. Tony Ferguson beat the living shit out of him. So did Justin Gaethje. Just outclassed him. Conor destroyed him. Nico Price, I think he went to a draw in. I just can't believe this channel has been growing so fast. It's surpassed all my expectations. Who in here remembers around what number they subscribed at? I'm curious who's the earliest subscriber in here. Was anybody in the first 100? If not, first 200, first 300? I know you're not going to remember the exact number, but I'm just curious if you remember about how many subscribers I had. I'm curious if I keep with this channel for next 3, 4, 5 years. I'm curious if I'll see some of you guys in like 4 or 5 years. Hopefully, I have like 100,000 subs, and people are like, "I was here in the first 1,000." When did you make the channel? April 1st is when I opened the channel. So April, May, June, and then part of July. So 3 months, 3.5 months. Hey Joey, my little boy likes your shirt. It's a nice shirt, isn't it? I actually bought one of these shirts like 8 years ago, and it started to get holes in it, so I bought another one like maybe 6 months ago. You can buy it on Amazon. Toro Brown said I subscribed to 800 subs. Thank you, man. Hey man, look. And you've been in most of the live chats, it seems like. So I appreciate you. You're always adding to the discussion, so I appreciate it. I appreciate anybody who wants to talk MMA. It's just going to be crazy in the future when potentially I could have like 100,000. Somebody's going to be commenting, "I was here in the first 1,000." Yeah, you said your cousin has over 800,000 subs. What is his MMA channel, man? I'm curious. I bet you he's doing a lot covering UFC 264. There's just so many great fights. Conor versus Dustin is just... There's so much on the line for both guys. Gilbert Burns versus Wonderboy. So much on the line there. Potential number 1 contender fight, at least for Wonderboy. Greg Hardy, Tai Tuivasa. It's going to be fun. Sean O'Malley versus Chris Mutino is going to be, it's a lot for, Sean O'Malley's career. His cousin is Chael. I think Chael has over 1 million now. If I ever hit over 1 million, I'm just going to shit myself. That would be mind-boggling to me. But yeah, I wish I would have started a channel earlier, honestly. I wish I would have started a channel like 5, 6 years ago. It's been fun. And it's fun when you have very limited people to talk MMA about, about. It's fun. Toro Brown is my cousin. Okay, Tony Brown. Okay, so you guys are family members in here. I hope, unless you're kidding, just because you got the same last name. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you joining me all for the live stream tonight. It's been fun talking to every single one of you. I might go live for like an hour tomorrow before the fights, just so we can talk, just a little bit right before UFC 264. It's going to be high anticipation. I don't know that for sure. I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. But everybody, thank you so much. Have a great night. And it's, as always, it's been awesome talking to you. And I'll talk to you guys in the future. Enjoy the rest of your night. And if I don't talk to you tomorrow, but I may do a stream tomorrow. If I don't talk to you tomorrow, enjoy UFC 264. And make sure you guys check out my post-fight show.